What's up, everybody? Pete from the basement here with Michael Martin, one of the co-creators of Blood and Dust, the life and undeath of Judd Glenny. Mike, thanks for being on the program, man.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me, dude.
This is your first New York Comic Con. What do you think?
This is fantastic, man. This is absolutely incredible show. People are awesome. I'm really, really digging the New York Comic Con.
So you co-created Blood and Dust. I always want to say Blood and Guts, so if I slip, don't punch me in the face or nothing.
All good, thanks.
Tell us a little bit about how this story came to be.
You know, the whole thing was when Adam approached me, and you know, I met my co-creator Adam, and he was writing comic books, and I had written short stories and didn't even know the comic book writing was an actual thing. I'm like, that's a job? People do that? That's awesome. I want that job. So you know, we got together because he really liked my short stories, and you know, kind of started hashing it out. And what this originally was going to be was kind of like a Tales from the Crypt, you know, where we were going to have this old vampire telling these stories to these little monster kids. You know, it was going to just redo my old short stories that I did for horror. And, you know, we kind of were talking about it, and we're like, you know, if you were going to do that and little kids going crazy, what would be the way you would discipline a little monster? How would you do that? I'm like, well, for me, I would hang them from a wall with a knife through their shoulder. That's fucking awesome. I'm writing that down, right?
Dude, that was a really sick scene, bro. I gotta tell you.
Thank you. I'm pretty proud of that one. Page 2. Welcome to Blood and Dust. We hang kids.
I love the concept of Mama and how it was like just such a shadowy character until you just seen like a little bit of a, you know, maybe one or couple of panels worth of her, and she's like all like, because Judd Glenny is pretty calm, but he's just like a regular old man, and he happens to be a vampire. Right. She's like straight up Nosferatu'd out. Yeah. So we're gonna find out why he is so normal and she's
Yeah, man, that's the fun part. You know, we wanted this to be a smart book. You know, we wanted this to be something that we didn't want to dump it all out in front of you in issue 1. So here's everything, now you know the basis. We wanted to keep giving you little bitty parts of it, and that's exactly what we're going for, is that what the fuck is she, and what the fuck is she doing? And we get into that in 4. So that's kind of where we really launch into the origins of everybody. Is, you know, 1, 2, and 3, we're building the core story, getting everybody kind of introduced. But 4, 5, and 6 is where we really get into how were her and the kids made. How did Judd come to be? And then really wrapping the story all up in the final pieces.
That was one of the things I liked the most. Was I hate stories that dump you into the middle, but you started at the beginning, but also like the middle of this guy's life as a vampire is very well established in his community. The community is scared to death of him, but he's like, yeah, there's worse things out there than just me, and which we get to see, like the concept, the mystery of the swamp and what the fuck it could possibly be. And then there's like this living grass monster, like if Swamp Thing were on crack kind of thing. And he gets himself in trouble, and then the kids are like, we got to get Mama's help. So how many issues is this slated to be?
The story's slated to be 6 issues. So the first half of the story, so issue 3 just got released yesterday. So the first half of the story, and then trades next month. Beginning of next year, we're going to have the second half of the story come out. We've had a little bit of an art change. So Roy is unable to continue with this. So Tone Rodriguez is picking up the art from there, and Tone's phenomenal. So we're really excited because it was a great breaking point too, you know. Being able to take these first 3, break them, give you the trade to get kind of caught up, and that way when 4 starts rolling out, you're able to kind of get up to speed and find out where it's all going and where did all this come from.
Well, I can tell you this much. Congratulations are certainly in order. When I was passing through Midtown Comics, which is my local comic shop, there was only 2 issues left of issue 3 on the shelf, and I grabbed one of them. And because we like to recommend books that maybe people don't find in their own local comic shops across the country, besides stuff like the big 2. And like Action Lab, I've loved a lot of stuff that Action Lab has done, from shit like Tales from the Crypt, because that's because you said it. Yeah. Clash of the Titans sequel from ages ago, to like some sequels to horror movies that like these B-grade stuff. So I try to push as much Action Lab as I possibly can because I like the company and I like the shit that they do. So I'm very excited to hear that not only is this going to wrap up in a couple of issues, but you've got another one already set to come out, because I'm already looking for more. And right now, guys, we got these New York Comic Con exclusive covers, which I'm gonna grab one of my own, and I'm gonna have our boy Mike here sign one, and we're gonna give it away to you on an upcoming show.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Mike, thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me, man. I really appreciate you guys' support and all the kind words and everything, man. It really helps out the new independent comic book creators, man. We really appreciate it.
That was one of the best things, was you guys found us, you know? And I love it when we give a book, especially one that maybe you guys didn't find, such a glowing review. And I loved this book right from Jump Street. And you guys found us. And like, hey, thanks for the review. And it's not the first time it happens. And it's one of the best things about doing a show like this, is because we pride ourselves on being as honest as possible and, you know, quote unquote, not being in nobody's pocket, not giving reviews that aren't good if they don't deserve it. So that's, you know, that when I tell you that this book is fucking off the hook, it's off the hook, bro. So thank you, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you so much, man. Thanks for stopping by, dude. We appreciate it.